Hey everybody! In this video I'm going to solve one of the Orca Award winners from 2022. If you're not familiar with the Orcas, these are awarded by the Diary of a Crossword Fiend team for Best Crosswords of the Year. And they draw from kind of mainstream sources, but also the indie crossword world. And this particular one won the award for Best Freestyle Crossword, or it's often referred to as a themeless puzzle. This one comes from the Boswords Fall Themeless League. If you're not familiar with Boswords, it's a crossword tournament. It started out as a kind of classic in-person summer crossword tournament in Boston, hence the name Boswords. But in 2020, like every crossword tournament, it either had to cancel or move online. So they moved online. And I guess the organizers liked the experience and decided to start something kind of new, something unique to the crossword world, and that's a crossword league. So instead of being a one-day or weekend event, the Fall Themeless League is one puzzle per week, I think on Monday nights, that runs for 8 weeks, and then the next week is the championship week where the top 3 people get to kind of battle it out live in front of everybody. It is a themeless league, so every puzzle is themeless. There's no theme to it. One unique aspect is that there are 3 divisions based on difficulty in the league. So I believe they call these smooth, choppy, and stormy, where smooth is the easiest, choppy is the hardest. And the answer grids for all of these are the same, but the clues are different. So the clues will be easier to solve in the smooth division, most difficult in the stormy. I think they say like midweek New York Times for the smooth, like harder than a New York Times Saturday for the stormy. And that, in my experience, that's true. So if you want to do this puzzle before I go through it, you can purchase them from Boswords.org. I think you can get a single season for $10, or you can get the entire back catalog for like $40, and I'd recommend it. So they do fall and spring themeless league. I think they've done 6 of those so far. I think it's been 2020 through 2023 so far. They also do their summer tournament, which just happened this past weekend. They also started doing a winter wonder solve, which is kind of another one-day tournament. So there's a lot of great puzzles there for you to explore. But again, this particular one is from the Fall League in 2022. It was the championship puzzle, and the Orcas didn't actually say which set of clues they were looking at when they awarded it best puzzle, best themeless puzzle, but I'm going for the stormy ones. Again, this is going to be the most difficult, but you're going to see probably the most clever and tricky clues in this division. If you do buy the puzzles, you get all 3. So if you're not ready for harder than Saturday, you can do the smooth puzzles instead. All right, so this particular puzzle was done by Kate Chin Park and Shandy Dietmer. At least Kate Chin Park, I know, did one of the summer puzzles. I think she also co-constructed it last weekend. Edited by Brad Wilbur. He's one of the 3 organizers, I believe, of Boswords. So let's start in. And I apologize if I'm going slow on this. So lot number, not sure. Okay, so Neo-Prohibitionist org, probably mad or sad. I'll put in the ad. Discernibly. Let's try at all. Notably self-restrained. It's probably stoic or stayed maybe. Okay, so lot number is probably MSRP, so it is mad. Person to crop out of a photo. Is that rando? Woman whose son had to behead a gorgon to stop a lifetime of her being hounded by men. I'm not great with Greek mythology. I'm going to guess this is stayed, though. I think this is Dan. Is this Danny? All right, shown the door. I guess let out. Building eponyms often. Those are going to be donors. So an eponym is what a building would be named after. Glaring. Plain. Is that, so this is a tuba, brassy type with lots of grips, so plain truth, I would guess. Countdown to, no, this is probably an S here. So countdown to midnight times would be eaves. Plain to sea, probably. Nasal, TGIF exclamation. Did it? Did. Let's see. Sunlight bulbs. Orbs. It's often just gravy. Come back to this. Staples in the produce aisle. 6-inch is about a woman in heels. Beyonce. Don's as a scuba tank. This might be lead out. And did I do that? That's Family Matters, which was part of TGIF, if you are a 90s kid like me. Natalie's bestie on a classic sitcom, I think that's Tootie. One accustomed to taking orders in a way. Again, these are the storming clues. There's going to be a lot of in the ways and question marks. And okay, so this is probably an S. One accustomed to taking orders. Okay, about to flip maybe. Let's come back to that. The Great Dam of Marib. Hardly klutzy, probably agile. Where people view the black stone, that is Mecca. Sporty. Sporty Spice, Mel C, again, 90s kid. Throng is C. Places where sparks fly, hopefully. Come back to that. Hike the interest rate of, so this is probably a pun, like get somebody interested in. Humble fare. This is probably, let's call this humble pie, so this is strap. Do you strap in? Do you strap on? Staples in the produce aisle. Let's see. About to flip. This is probably acrobatic. So one accustomed to taking orders, a sub, like a sub thing. Letters in storage. Okay, so this is an entourage, so letters in storage would be RAM. It's often just gravy. Meat sauce. I'm not sure. Mists are staples. That's not something I'm familiar with, but okay. So places where sparks fly. Okay, so some date spots maybe. Hike the interest rate of. Is this sex up? All right. Incredulous baking powder lead-in on Wayne's World. I'm not an 80s kid. I'm a 90s kid. I do not know Wayne's World that well. Scary Movie or Frankenstein, Young Frankenstein. Those are spoofs, I assume. Botanical in a soothing bath. To the contrary. Is that fro? To and fro? Small gas giant. Let's see. Person apt to take off, say. Maybe this is runs to. Yeah, so an oat. I was guessing oak, but that doesn't make sense. So cutter. Qatar? Not sure there. Baking powder leader. Exquisite. Let's come back to that. Surprise party necessary often. Could that be a ruse? You need to trick somebody? Okay. Mini blank. Splashy. Shag, lob, or wedge. There's all golf terms. SOS response. Meteorological word in the candy aisle. Word in quotes. So it's probably going to be slang. I've done the Boswords League. This is what often happens when I do the Stormy. I just hit a wall. Ding. Let's guess Mar. It's full of beans. Can. Yeah. So something... Sumo, wrestling with a lack of humanity. Robot sumo. I'm going to bet that hasn't come up in a New York Times crossword before. Okay. Image problem. This is something like resolution or Tom of 1989's Major League. I don't think I've actually seen that movie. Promptly. Okay, prod or push. Like poke at. Place to find pen pals. Okay. Throwback phrase on an on-air newsroom. Okay, so throwback. So it's probably one anchor throwing to another one. Over to you would be my guess. I'll take what I can get. Initials in the classified or best offer, OBO. Pile on until compartment ones. Actor with casting approval. Hopeful word in Garden Brands. We again get word here in quotes. Maybe it's Miracle Grow. You hope it grows. So Rene Russo. Tech for compiling a CSI file. I would have done DNA if I didn't have Russo already, so I guess I'm glad I didn't do that. Big case of burnout. It's like dying something. Some results of polar calving by their official size designation, yes, were serious. So that would be like icebergs, but there must be some sort of joke here. Place to find pen pals. So maybe this is a sty. You find pigs in a pen. Image problem would be a rebus then. Tom Berenger is an actor. I don't know if he was in this. So maybe it is an iceberg of some bergy. So you urge on promptly now. Whoa. Okay. Plagues. Some gnaws at, I assume. Rhyming phrase synonymous with amaze balls. Okay. Duo in the Iliad. I'm gonna guess it's the eyes, but what's the Greek for the letter I? Iotas. Meteorological word. So grow was over here. Maybe snow. So drop in the same letter. That'd be a cool link there. SOS response. Do not know. Shag, lob, or wedge. So maybe this is, so I know shag is a hair do, and this is many hued. Exqueeze me? That sounds like something from Wayne's World. Okay, so what is a rhyming phrase? Wowie zowie? I've never had to spell wowie zowie before. I'm going to go with that. Person apt to take off. Up and comer. Giver of pain to Sappho. Eros. Again, don't know my mythology that well. Consider the source of. O2. Cadence meter. Woods attire. Is that Tiger Woods? Or is that like a hike in the woods? Okay. Blank Okafor, former NBA Rookie of the Year. I do not know my basketball either. Letter opener. Let's try deer. Whoa, wait a second. Okay, so Tiger was a Nike guy. Okay, big case of burnout, dying star. Bergy. Okay, by their size designation. Is it Bergy Bigs? Bergy Bins? Tech for compiling a CSI file. DVR. Okay, I didn't think of that. Bergy Bits, and it's a voter with casting approval. All right. SOS response. Okay, couple will be Twain. SOS response would be Aid. All right. Yeah, so I mean, one of the nice things about Themeless is that it's all fill. You don't have to force in bad fill to go around theme clues, and yeah, there's some great ones here and some great clues. You know, nasal TGIF explanation. Did I do that? Is great. Wait a second. On top of Wowie Zowie. Um, that's fun. Um, yeah, this is great. All right. Yeah, so again, this was the championship puzzle from the Fall Themeless League. Uh, Again, if this sort of thing interests you, if you want something a little bit more difficult than a standard Saturday New York Times, think about purchasing those Bossword Themeless puzzles. And again, if you like just good Themelesses, but you don't like it that difficult, they'll also include the smooth clues instead, which are going to be easier, like midweek New York Times. So the grid would be exactly the same. You'd still get Did I Do That? My guess would be that it would be clued more like what Urkel says or something like that for this. So yeah, check it out. Deserving winner of the Orca for Best Freestyle Crossword. Thank you for watching.